Is a different. I grew up in a very poor family as a child. I understand what poverty is, and there's no waste on the plate. We live in a society where food is just thrown right out the door, and therefore people wanted food at a very low price. So they families for entertainment. There are those who really do need food, and I think that's a totally different ballgame, and I try not to mix the two together. Those who need food need to have access to it and at a reasonable price. But then again, the whole thing is, what is food? I think our society right now is totally out to lunch. They have no understanding of what food is, how to prepare food. It's really sad. I'm selling vegetables here. I spend half of my time I'm actually teaching people how to cook. You know, just the guys that were just here, you know, they had no idea what kind of potatoes are for what. Because you'll waste. If you try to use a Yukon Gold for mashed potatoes, you're going to cook 10 additional minutes just to break it down. You could have used a red skin and that'll cook for mashed potatoes in 8 minutes. A lot of people sometimes don't know that this is for what. The movement, my background was in social services, the movement regarding women in the kitchen, there was a big jump out of the kitchen, which was a good thing. Also a huge drawback, neither the man or the woman wanted to go in. Families suffered, and people's health suffered. It became a fast food lifestyle. Right now it's really busy. Nobody wants to really have the time to cook, which is a real shame. So ideally you want to eat, you know, raw, or if you saute it, all the juices are all part of the intake. You know, I grew up with soup. So you do a bowl of soup of all your vegetables. For Customer Appreciation Day, I had to look at myself. What could I do to feed these people for free for that one night? There used to be like 10,000 people here for free food. So I used to make soup. It was just every bit of everything, like maybe 10 ingredients. Basically every kind of root vegetables, carrots, everything is diced up. You team up with 3 or 4 friends, dice all your vegetables, you're cooking one giant pot. It's community building. So if you're like in a house where there's like 4 or 5 students, everybody contributes $10. That's going to give you excellent, great food that you could actually cook very cheaply. A few spices, that's it. You know, but it's a matter of just taking the time. And I think, you know, but if you can make that time, quality time with your friends, and understand the whole farming industry commercially is horrendous. I have absolutely no respect for the commercial aspect, and people eat it, and people think they're getting a bargain. They're looking for, even not just because they can't afford it. I find that's a total difference. That's my perspective, is that people have 2 different things. What they'll give up for food is to go to the movies, or do they buy quality food that they can take home, eat from scratch.